I have a surprise for you guys. It's actually time to do a first test drive. Oh boy, there's so many bits and pieces everywhere. Last time you seen this, guys, we actually brought her back to life. Man, that was the best feeling ever because we literally spent 4 months to get this where she is. So now we're actually ready to put the quarter panels back on, the brace bracket and some air scoops. And of course, we can't forget the iconic carbon blades and the rear end back onto this skeleton.
Step 1. Air scoops. I have decided to give them a quick wipe down. This is before and after, and look at the difference. So after 15 minutes of elbow grease, they went from dusty mess to looking like new. Air scoops looking beautiful, mess swept up. Every job on this R8, yeah, more wheel removal, both sides again. So yeah, this is me trying to figure out how to put them back on because it's been 4 months and I have no idea. Okay, so this is how it's supposed to be, and then I continue rebuilding this puzzle, and everything's looking pretty good, but then this happened.
First mistake made. I was trying to put these on first, but when you put them on, there's a screw that tightens this. If that's tight, you can move this to put the quarter panel on. So quarter panel first, and then the air scoops. Yeah, boy. Oh, I just remembered these are broken as well. There. So to fix this, we're going to use a plastic welder. We're going to use flat staples. Position where you want this, and you just melt them in. Yeah, we'll do the same on this side. Perfect. Clip these off. So that's them repaired and they're looking pretty good, but I don't know why they broke in the first place. So I'm going to take this bracket off. This is where they get fixed. I think it might be too tight. So I don't want to put this back on and it breaks them again. So let's see here. So it slides in like that. But I think when you're pulling them, maybe I'm supposed to put a screwdriver from underneath to stop that from breaking, which I didn't know, but I know now. Can't believe we're already on the stage of putting this back on. This is crazy. Clips in from behind, that's why I need to push this back. Nice. So I put this in. Only stuck this on and it's already looking better. Now, a couple bolts. Ta-da! The quarter panel is on. And the next step is to put the air scoops in. So this should be pretty simple. Guys, that's absolutely unbelievable.
Oh wait, is there somebody behind you? You see nothing.
Hello and welcome to Exotic Pulse. On this channel, we professionally repair exotic cars. And in today's video, we're gonna change power steering fluid because there's wrong stuff, somebody put the wrong stuff in it. And then we're gonna do transmission oil because it's done 80,000 miles and nobody bothered changing it. And then we're gonna do the easier jobs, which is the quarter panels, obviously the carbon blades. Started taking stuff off to change the power steering fluid. And yeah, it's just a nightmare. See when you actually need to take stuff off? Like, that's impossible. It's completely seized. Obviously this car is old, that's why, but it's like, it's taking so much longer, you know? So yeah, I started taking the under tray off. It's nearly there. There's obviously, like I said, there's loads of seized screws. Before you say anything, yes, I have it jacked, but at the same time I have the tires and I have a block of wood under as well because I only have 2 stands and that's all I've got. So that's gonna have to do. And remember we're professionals here, so yeah, we know better.
Bye bye, rusty monster. So now I feel so much better. So let's get under the car, loosen all the bolts by hand, and only now you can use your power tools. So after wrestling with all the bolts, the under tray is successfully off.
That was painful. Tidy up because I don't want to be lying on this stuff anymore. So I'm pretty much ready to drain the power steering system. But I'll show you what's underneath here. So power steering is here. There's the wee pipes there. So if I have to bleed it, I can open these to bleed it, but I hope I don't need to. Oh man, an hour later, we're actually ready to drain the system. This is the power steering reservoir, and in the last video, we have used this stuff here, and this is not to the spec that Audi recommends. First, I have to flush the whole system and replace it with 2 liters of this. And then I have to turn the steering. I don't think there's set amount of number of times you have to do this. I think until there's nothing coming out anymore. Guys, of course it wouldn't be me if I didn't make a mess. And I will show you how you not to do it. So you don't leave this open if you don't want to spill it all over the floor like I did. So yeah, don't leave the lid open and turn your steering wheel because you end up making a mess. So if you do this right, you should have about 2 liters of oil in here. Obviously I only have about 1 liter because a layer went on the floor. Now I'm ready to put the right stuff in it. No, I'm not ready. Hang on, I need to put this back on. Oh, this is crazy. This is going to be a crazy episode. I think we're going to end up doing things 4 or 5 times. Boom, job done. So how do you know what stuff to put in? Well, usually it says on the cap here. You kind of see it here is G002000. You should have it here. So yeah, G002000. So you know this is the right stuff. Right, let's go. What? Huh? Oh wow. Guys, look at this. That's unbelievable. That's pretty cool. Look at that. So it's green as well, so you know it's the right color. Right, now I'm gonna turn the steering wheel very slowly. Do I need to start the engine? So this is what it looks like. So it's obviously far too much. So I'm gonna start the engine to get the pump running, and hopefully that should start going around the system. Guys, it's actually time to do a first test drive, shall we? Yeah, boy! Right, so first gear, let's go. Oh yeah! Pop, 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 pop. Crazy. Now that I have this started, I want to keep this running because I obviously spilled a lot of stuff onto the manifold, so I'm going to let it burn off. Plus, I want to get this up to the temperature because obviously the condensation was a problem, so hopefully that will burn it off, you know. And of course it sounds amazing, that's why wouldn't you not keep this running? Absolutely insane. Temperature wise, the oil is nearly up to the temperature and the engine is at the 90 degrees. And yes, we're running out of fuel, so we're gonna have to get some fuel. Not gonna lie to you guys, this was actually a lot of fun. And yeah, I can only imagine what it's gonna feel like to actually drive this beast. Let's go back to what we were doing. So yeah, this is replaced and it's ready. So the next stage is your transmission oil. It needs done because it hasn't been done in 80,000 miles, so it's overdue. So in the last episode, we were on the fluids and we done the engine oil, coolant, and power steering. So now we're left with this. To do the transmission oil, I had to go and buy this because I need a 14 mil to drain it. Before I'm going to start draining this, I'm going to check the level. And you check the level here. So you open this up, if the stuff is coming out, that means it's good. Right, let's see, 22 mil. So when I opened that up, there was actually a bit of pressure, you know, like when, yeah, some stuff was coming out, so there's definitely enough, but I'm gonna change it anyway. On the opposite side, you have the drain plug, and it needs 14 mil Allen key. Oh, this is tight. Oh, shit. There's some debris, but it's more like old oil or something. Doesn't look too bad. Sorry, Mom. Just what I needed. So you put this in like that. This is what you're using. It's quite a specific type of stuff. And it's 75 by 90 and it's a limited slip. That's very important. This is pretty cool. It pulls up like that as well. Me being me, I just didn't trust the filling hole being that far away from the transmission. I know there's obviously differentials here. So what I've done was I left that open and stuff came out. So yeah, it is part of the transmission. So we are all good. So I'm gonna put the drain plug back in and tighten it at 50 newtons. Oh, that was so scary. We're all good. Woo! Right, first liter going in now. Takes 4 liters to fill this. Okay. Okay, number 3. Who you wanna be? Number 4, give me some more. So I've done 3.5 liters. So I left half a liter for this transmission coolant radiator. At the minute it's closed and this is a thermostat. It opens up when transmission is warm. I'm not sure what temperature, but it opens up. So at the minute it's doing this. So I'm gonna have to open this here, bleed it through here and fill it through here. So to be honest, I don't know if that was ever opened. So see, when you opening something like that, it's pretty scary because you don't know if that will ever seal again. Yeah, maybe this looks bad, but the thing was I had to take this off because the top one is really tight and I don't want to damage any threads. So I'm gonna fill it through here. Let's get this done. So this is all drained, by the way. So this is all back together, looking pretty good. This is probably empty now. So we only have 300 ml left, so hopefully that's enough. So I have put in the last 300 ml, and guess what? It started to drip from here. So that means that was enough. Yes! So that's it. Transmission is complete. Power steering is complete. And oh yeah, look at the color of that. That does not look good. Now we can finally take this off. Complete. And the next part, which is going to be tomorrow because it's pretty late, is the easiest bits. Today's a new day, a new challenge, and I have a surprise for you guys. You will never believe it. Ta-da! We got another exotic car. This is actually a rare Renault Clio GT, and I'll show you what's under the hood. And guys, don't judge the book by its cover. Yes, it's orange, but a lot of supercars are orange, like McLarens and stuff. And also, the engine's quite small, but guess what? It's the same as that. That's a V8, but that's a compact V8. And today we're gonna make some upgrades. Yeah, this car is perfect as it is, but there is one flaw. And this is the box. And this is what we got here. See what I'm gonna show? This is top secret. That's why it says wiper motor, just to disguise it. So this is the new turbo that we're gonna install into this car. And believe it or not, this car's wipers are driven by the turbo, but we're getting a lot of lag, like turbo lag. That's why the wipers are stopping, starting on their own. Just sounds incredible, by the way. That was amazing. But yeah, I was trying to move the wipers. They wouldn't move because, like I said, there's a bit of turbo lag. You have to go over 200 miles per hour before it kicks in. I don't know. So the thing about this turbo, it's located here. And the reason it's located here is because it's top secret and it's obviously hidden away. Did somebody say, why is it not connected to the engine? Well, that's a really good question. The reason it's not connected to the engine directly is because it's wireless, it's Bluetooth. It's like your phone. You know, when you send a photograph, you don't see it go onto the other phone, you know what I mean? It just appears. And that's what this turbo does. It's the same technology. It literally sends the power to the engine wirelessly. So that's the two turbos. This is the old one, and this is obviously the new one. So I have to transfer the brackets onto this and this wee lever. So this is what it's supposed to look like. Absolutely amazing. And now we have to do a test run, and you do have to calibrate it. Yes, I would love to tell you more about it, how the technology works, but unfortunately it's above my pay grade. Let's start this Renault Clio GT and see how she performs. So I have professionally installed and completed the upgrade. And what was the upgrade? Well, you don't have to drive 200 miles for the wipers to work. Now we need to actually clear the fault codes because it's a new turbo. So I'm using KINGBOLEN Elite Diag, and it's plugged in here, as you can see. I have scanned the car. We got a lot of faults, like 5 abnormal faults. So what we need to go and do is go here, and you can see there, wiper protection, windscreen wiper motor. There's actually a lot of faults. I don't know if the battery was disconnected or what, or they're just an old fault. So what we can do is clear everything and see what comes back. Still have 2. So we have 2 faults, so we need to check these out, but I'm not here for that. I was here to fix the turbo, and the turbo seems to be good. So if you like to purchase this OBD device, which is actually pretty good, this is the third car that I've been using it on, and it's working like a charm, I will put a link in the description. So we were very lucky to get an opportunity to work on such a car, and thank you to one of my supporters that brought this exotic car to my workshop. And hopefully no more turbo lag, and you can actually use your wipers when you need to. After getting the Renault GT back on the road, it is time to put the quarter panels back on our Audi R8. So yeah, this is pretty simple. What do? You put this air scoop in here like that. You don't tighten anything, leave it sitting there. So now you grab your quarter panel, you set it in place, push this back. That's it. That was pretty simple. I seen somebody else do it and they made it awkward. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Set this in, set this on, done.
It's time to bolt down the rear quarter panel. To make sure the panel is lined up, I've done the 2 side screws first and a couple more underneath the panel, and always checking to make sure everything lines up. And just like that, the panel is done. The original quarter panel, this is where the crash hit hard. Just because of the impact, the panel got twisted in a couple places, and for that reason, even the mounting points are completely messed up. And of course the taillight brackets had sustained a lot of damage.
At the start of the video you have seen 3 quarter panels. This is the third one that I have bought from eBay. The new panel that I bought, well, second-hand new panel, came with the brackets that were completely ruined in the crash. And guess what? It actually came in the color that I needed.
It's time to grab the bracket from the old panel. It's the only one missing from the new one. Snap it over, and now the new panel is fully prepped and ready to get fitted later. Let's not forget the air scoops. One for the oil cooler, and of course one for the air box. Now, here it comes the rear quarter panel. With the brackets and scoops in place, it fits like a glove. Once again, I follow the same process. Tighten the two side bolts, couple underneath, and then I also tidy up the cables.
So this goes under here, and that's what holds this tight.
The right hand air scoop is made out of 3 sections. Snapping them together and fasten it with couple screws. And the same thing on the left. A bracket, 2 screws, all 3 sections lining up perfectly. Couple more screws and it's done. Here's the brace bracket, held by 6 bolts, and it's part of the spoiler assembly. The latch catch is actually mounted on the same bracket. Okay, that's now secured. Let's close this up and see how everything lines up. So yeah, the gaps are looking pretty good on both sides. We're finally ready to fit the carbon blades. This is the silicone I have used to make sure it's easier to slide them in place and secure it with a couple bolts. Putting this on completely changed the look of the car. So on the driver's side, I took the fuel cap off and blocked it off with the tissue. So now I'm fitting the filler cap assembly onto the carbon blade. This step was very crucial. If I didn't get this done, there was no access after fitting the carbon blade back onto the car. I'm feeding the emergency release, goes in the back of the car. Fit this carbon blade but took more effort because of the filler cap. Have pushed the rubber back in and it's looking good.
Wow, she looks incredible. Both side blades on, and the quarter panel, which is matching the color, and I'll show you how much I paid for that. And look at the difference. She looks like a new car. Before she was pure skeleton, and now we made so much progress, and this video alone is insane. Guys, we've been grinding for months to get to where we are, and guess what? Now it feels like we're flying, we're making a crazy amount of progress. In the next video, we're gonna attempt to do a test drive. Obviously, we're gonna put everything back on before we do that, but I am very excited. I cannot wait to see how she actually drives. So before I'm gonna end this video, I'm gonna show you what I paid for this car. With all the fees from Copart, it was 16,899 in ADP. Quarter panel was, I think that's an amazing price. Literally all the brackets in the color we need, that's a steal. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, smash the like button, and of course, subscribe, and if you want to see more content like this. See you later, guys. Crazy.